about when you walked in. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And you
So
also know-
so this isn't really hidden then. It is known, but it's not known widely.
Yeah.
But it's not. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So there.
This is an established known.
So
public.
make another religion check.
That would be a 26.
Holy crap, Steve. Okay, so with that massive religion check, you remember one piece of history. The tradeway has a bridge, which is called the Boreskill Bridge. And the Boreskill Bridge it's a sacred place where people have come, like worshippers of all faiths and religions, would go to visit, because it is the place where Cyric, who was immortal at the time, killed Baal with God's Bane, the sword, back during the time of troubles, when the gods were walking the earth. And now there is, the bridge looks like this,
with
these two huge ass statues on either side. One is Cyric, and one is Baal. And the Boreskin Bridge is perhaps 2, maybe 3 days ride from where we're currently at. It's past the way in, but the next big thing is this. And as you're rifling through your papers, you have some notes from Grandmaster Theric of Agma about the Boreskin Bridge.
Holy crap.
And so it's not unusual that you think that there's this temple to one of the gods on a place where literally when the gods were walking the earth, one god was killed. And again, now there's there's Fort Tamil, which is set up location there, and the Fort Tamil is actually a holy place full of worshippers of Torm, Helm, and Tyr. And so these people have gathered on this place on the earth where these gods have died. So it's a really religious site.
Okay.
And all of the water west of the river that this bridge oversees is black. And because the blood of Baal dripped into that water when he was killed and sullied the water. The water's like a poison. A common expletive is to go drink the water from that like western bank of the river, western side of the river. If you want to go fuck yourself, go drink the water from the bottom side of the river. Something people sometimes say around the area. And you also know from your objective study for religion is that yes, Baal is the god of murder, right? But in society, murder is sometimes necessary and even ordained by some governments. And like Baal is the god that you would pray to make sure that that's carried out successfully. And a lot of commoners, where they pay tribute to Mishima, for example, the god of misfortune, so that they don't get misfortune put on them, will also pay tribute to Baal so that they are not murdered or, killed in their sleep. Okay?
Alright.
Okay. Alright, so you're all prepared, you all have all of your shit, and you are standing in front of the entrance to this temple of Baal.
Mm-hmm. How far in does she have to go to get her
Show me
equipment or armor?
what are the plans. She's like,
She has her weapons, but
I don't need to get any of that. Good dwarf.
you're good. You don't need any other equipment for the battle?
She says, if we can get to my rooms below, I will be more than happy. However, my first priority is to destroy the evil creatures which are now probably wreaking havoc on my sacred charge, my temple.
If we can do both, even better.
She nods. She says, I thank all of you for assisting me with this. Are you prepared?
Yeah. Is this a good party order?
No, show me party order.
We don't know where we're going. They know that where we're going.
Okay, so
So they can lead
what are
the
we going to
way.
use for light?
Oh, we don't
What?
know that, right?
What?
I know, but
She said she can see in the dark too.
She said she can see in the dark.
Yep.
Bin is like,
Oh, you can see in the dark?
She nods. She says,
Are you
Yep.
half elf?
she says, No, I'm human. She says, it's a gift ball. Let's get it.
I will light my little
Your God has blessed you
lamp.
with
I'll
that,
carry
huh?
a lamp with me.
Okay, alright, Ben's gonna be like, right, I need to be near the one holding the lamp so I can see.
He's right behind. He's right. You're switch sides. Well, actually, this is.
Alright, so you're gonna be able to cast
Oh, you're right here.
kind of light within 10 feet and then dim light for another 10 feet, basically.
All right, let's. How the hell's that?
Carrying that lamp. And this is a hooded lantern, Steve?
Yeah.
Alright, well in that
That's-
case you
yeah,
can kind of shine the
You can
light
shine
like a
it
flashlight,
whichever way you
basically,
want.
Whichever way you
Well,
want.
actually, no. It just says it's a lamp, but I'll, for the betterment of you guys, I'll like find some
Put it-
cloth or something and like.
You don't
try
have a
to-
hooded lantern?
No, I just have a lamp.
Oh, so you are-
It actually says lamp.
It's a genie lamp. Do you rub it?
That's the
Do you
next
have
thing we
it?
buy at a big town for Steve for.
But I can turn it
Hanukkah,
down
is a
real
hooded
low.
lantern.
All right, you can just turn it down real low.
Okay. She walks up to the large double doors and she puts her hand on them. She kind of grabs her symbol. She closes her eyes and she speaks some arcane words and you hear boom. And she then pushes and the doors open.
It's been more than 10 minutes, right? Probably since we ran out. I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you die? Yeah. So the darkness is gone.
And you see an opulent marble place of worship.
This is exactly how I want my castle to look when I get down. I want my kitchens to have this kind of marble on their
It is
countertops.
well built, well taken care of, well polished marble. As I said before, in the very center is this big fresco of a holy symbol of Baal, and then in each of the booth parts, right? There's a large statue of Baal, in various poses. None of them are like standing triumphantly posed. No, they're like, they're all kind of like cowled, like one's with a sword, and another one is kind of like crouched down with like a hand like trying to do almost like misdirection. But if you look at the other hand, it's got like a dagger that it's palming, some sort of like those sorts of things. And those three alcoves, and then pews and an altar. Pew pew. And Tulip slowly, like she's like looking around, and she says, "Follow me." And she brings you over to one of the statues of Baal that is just this like 12-foot tall hooded figure, 12 to 15, tall hooded statue figure holding a two-handed sword and kind of looking down. You see her put her hand on the statue, hold her holy symbol again. She speaks some arcane words, and the statue glides almost soundlessly, like further deep into the recess of the alcove, exposing stairs that go down. And
I thought as you said,
as
tentacle
soon
reaches out
as
and grabs her and
that
pulls her in.
happens,
We're gonna sneak up from behind.
Oh, that's all. Look all.
you can all kind of make a perception check.
We get a hand. These are
14.
mine.
Ooh, damn.
14?
Well, Wakuda does not have that
25.
great of a
16.
perception.
25.
You got a 15 or higher then?
Boo.
I got a 14.
Nope.
Rip.
25.
Alright, so you two hear, it's soft, but it's violent sounding. You hear like a, but it's
Sounds like a bunch of dogs having sex.
it's something weird.
Could be.
It is just.
Tell me exactly what it is.
Bunch of
It is-
demon dogs going to town on each other. That's not good. They're already down below. So where does this stairway lead to?
Tulip says, the stairway leads to the alcoves.
'Cause
It will
I
go
hear
down.
creatures down there.
She says,
She said Crips earlier.
I have no idea.
I'm
Alright.
telling you, I hear creatures down there.
She nods. She says, yes, I don't know what those creatures are. She says, it's going to move down into an alcove. There will be 3 exits. One to the north, which leads to a smaller alcove, which is where my room is. One to the east, which leads to another smaller alcove,
If you won't,
which is a guest room and storage. One to the south, which leads to the catacombs, where we keep and bury our sacred dead. And then one to the east, which leads into a tunnel which goes underneath the tradeway and opens up right outside of a grate underneath the inn.
I'd like to cast a
Well,
spell if I could.
Wait, it opens up where?
She says it opens up next to the inn.
Oh, well, shit, that would have been good to know before this. We could have came in that way.
Yes, well, perhaps, but I don't know what's in there. At least this way I knew that perhaps the statue was blocking them.
And the statue could have still been blocked. Oh, my God.
She says,
Okay.
we can go back that way if you like. However,
I will begin to cast a spell.
Okay.
Arcane Eye. All right. I can move that Arcane Eye now 5 feet, 30 feet ahead of us
Nice.
in order to see what's going on.
Arcane Eye.
And it can it see in the dark?
Yeah, that's my question. Does the Arcane
So
Eye have some sort of dark
normal vision and dark vision.
Yes.
Look at you. What's the range on dark?
30 foot, and it can see 30 foot.
All right, so you're going to send the Arcane Eye.
30 foot out in front.
Let it down.
What are you doing? You're sending the Arcane
Oh,
Eye.
there's
where?
no limit on how far away from you the eye can move, but it can't enter another plane of existence.
Well, hello everybody.
All right.
I'm not able to live stream the entirety of gaming weekend because it's like 40 hours of D&D. But for those just tuning in, hey Jonathan, how's it going, buddy? So for the past 12 years, I've been getting together with a group of college friends to play D&D, sometimes other games, but usually D&D. And it's usually once a year, sometimes twice a year. And we get together and we have an entire weekend of gaming. And it's awesome. Good question, Carlos. It's, for a long time, it was the same characters, actually. From 3.5 through 4th, through Pathfinder, and then back to 5th edition D&D, we had played the same characters. That campaign finally ended. We were 17th level. So we started a new campaign, and now we're in the Forgotten Realms. So I DM'd last night for about 7 hours. And then this morning for another 2 hours, and then I handed over the DM chair to my friend Dan, who is now running the game, but same group of characters. And we are in the Forgotten Realms, making our way down the tradeway from Waterdeep to Suzale. And there's all sorts of strange, mysterious things happening on the tradeway. So it's kind of exciting. It's fun to me. It's really fun for me to be able to play. My character is a half-elf Tarami fighter bard. So it's fun. We're a bunch of old men who are getting together. You know, we've known each other for 25 years, and and actually I'm the new guy in that group. I've known them for 25 years, but they've known each other for probably 35 years. They grew up together. They went to middle school and high school together. So, but I met them in college. So we have been playing games for a long time. So gaming weekend is awesome. It's everything that you would think it would be. So I'd love to be able to play with these guys every week, but they live all over the place. One of them lives in Texas, the other lives in Philly, and the rest of them are all over Illinois, but Illinois is a pretty long state, so some of them are hours away. So, but once a year, sometimes twice a year, we're able to play. So that's kind of what's going on. I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek, and I just wanted to say happy Friday, happy weekend. Thanks for tuning in and supporting all the stuff on the channel. If you guys didn't notice, I do have a merchandise store opened up, and I'm going to be adding a lot more items to it. Also have the Patreon going. So I know sometimes it's hard for people to commit, but check out the Patreon. Maybe, you know, you look at it and you decide, hey, I can pledge $1 or $2 or $3 a month. It'd be pretty cool because I have a lot of cool content coming. And of course, it's been a big week. We have the Dungeon Mayhem series on the channel if you guys haven't seen that. And we have, you know, the continuation of season 3. I'm also happy to report that the B Team is finally happening. So we shot another episode of the B Team with Jenny and Jordan. The story is evolving and it's pretty cool. I like where it's going. So Jonathan, you are welcome to come visit this summer, buddy. If you come, I'll set up a game with the high school students. It'll be fun. Do the students get a cut of the Patreon money or does it all go to the channel? So you can donate directly to the TV Club. There's links in most of the video descriptions. That money goes to the TV Club, which is basically empowering the students. The Patreon, to be honest, is really for me to be able to produce content outside of D&D with high school students. That stuff is going to be a lot of DM tips, player tips, and also just basically gives me the time to be able to connect with more of you guys. My goals with the Patreon are basically to be able to give me the financial level that I need to be at so that I can start kind of, you know, branching out and being, you know, more of a community builder. So I want to be able to connect with people in different cities and different states and maybe someday even in different countries and talk about how D&D is amazing and all the things that you could do with tabletop games and all the benefits socially, mentally, emotionally, all those things. So I really want to grow the community. That's the main reason. Can you go on until season 50 so I can get to playing one of them once in my lifetime? I'm going to do this for as long as I can. But again, to be really honest, you guys, the hardest thing with all of the channel content, it just comes down to time. And that's one of the reasons why if I have a strong Patreon or even just merchandise sales, if I'm able to make enough revenue where I can take more time out of my personal life to be able to produce the content, that's one of those things that I need to do. But I want to just tell y'all I appreciate y'all. I really do. DOD Spec Ops, I see you, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And just so you guys know, if you go to the merchandise store on Teespring, all of the artwork that Luigi Manese did, all the proceeds of that, I'm going to split with him 50-50. So all the net proceeds from any t-shirts or merchandise that feature his artwork, I'm going to be cutting him 50-50 of that. So I've never met Luigi in real life, but he's a good kid and he does amazing artwork and I really respect him. So I'm going to take care of him. I can't read. DOD. So anyway, you all, I'm going to go back to the table. I'll keep the stream going for a minute, but just so you guys can kind of see, it's fun to play with old friends who know all about D&D and who've been playing together for a long time. We've had some really cool adventures. So I'll take us back to the table for a little bit.
Have you seen anything come in over the last? Anything in there in your
That's
basement?
not good.
I guess I'll refer to that
Yeah,
as.
it's almost 30,
That
so
looks like a large granite.
Can we just run away?
About this big
it's less than 4 apiece.
with a heavy lid on it, but it's a rough stone object.
She says
Roughly circular in shape.
Gotta turn this music down a little bit.
I know that's what I'm describing. What the
That does not seem familiar to me.
Okay.
It's a chest. It's a square.
Yeah, I'm trying to describe the granite
That is not
chest.
something that is familiar to me.
Okay. Okay. And I don't see anything like that in this space.
Nope. And these things are like they're milling around and they're completely chaotic. They're like falling over each other and then they go and they like claw at one another.
They're
And
waiting
like,
for something else to appear.
We're totally gonna
and
die.
it's just like they're like almost like undulating waves of just these dog-faced, green-skinned monstrosities walking around.
Why does this remind me of Barovia? We're dead. We're
Yeah.
totally gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any ideas? It's like they're waiting for something.
Right
Just
there in that
milling
chamber.
about right now.
Because they could be heading in other directions at this point.
We should
Well,
kill them.
I mean, your eye is what, here? Are you sending your eye to look like...
I'll send the eye all the way around and check out the corridors, you know.
Okay.
And see if there's like something else
Go
down
towards
these
her
corridors.
Um,
Go check her
so
bedroom out.
there's
Check her bedroom.
another 2
Down there.
in the northern corridor.
Towards her bedroom.
Uh-huh. And then there's another 3 in the eastern corridor. And your eye sees movement along the other tunnel.
Going to the inn.
There's clearly more than just, in the tunnel heading down to the inn.
Is
And
there
if
something
you
else?
relay that back,
I said, is there?
and as soon as you say that, Ben says, "What?"
Yeah, what's down there? What is
No.
this tunnel go all the way to the inn?
He looks to Tulip, and Tulip's like, looks to Ben, and is like, "Yes, the tunnel goes to the inn."
Then why don't we go?
Does it
engage
go
him
anywhere
And
from that
you see
direction?
Ben kind of like lifts an eyebrow at that, like this was news to him.
Why don't we go back to the
And
inn
Ben-
and
and Ben
drive them
says-
back that way?
So these things are heading towards my inn.
There's more activity down there.
Does that? go
I'll
anywhere
send
other
the
than
eye
inn?
down the tunnel. I'm
Tulip
sending
is-
the eye down the tunnel.
No. All
Well,
right.
there I can tell there's something going on between them. I'm gonna go see what's down the
Send
tunnel.
the eye down the
I'm not
tunnel.
gonna tell them I'm doing that though.
Oh.
Not yet.
Okay,
Does that
you
tunnel go
see.
Outside of that little
I asked
just
Tulip,
got
does
the
that
light.
tunnel go anywhere besides the inn?
She says no.
Alright.
You see
What's
1,
that?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're gonna keep going the whole way, because
Yeah.
it is.
Oh yeah.
And you're counting.
I guess, yeah. I'll count out loud. I don't tell everybody what I'm counting, but I'll count out loud while I'm following this with my eyes
Could you be
closed.
counting? Steps.
You see another 31 of these creatures that have been like
Okay. Yeah.
flowing into the tunnel.
Uh-huh.
And roll another d4 for me, John.
Are they coming out of somewhere?
2.
All right.
Do you ask me that?
I'll tell you what. When you were down here, you saw another 4 kind of undulate inwards.
Do I see any?
Okay, you don't see anything.
Oh,
Really,
like
even
they
though
were
down there?
appear
You
like
went down there.
he
When
did
did
go
this
down.
happen?
Well, you guys are all arguing. I'm like, oh, fine. I'm just gonna go take a look.
Okay, so you. All right, so back up then. I didn't know that you were doing this. So
I know. That's why I told
ex-
John because you guys were very.
explain to me what's going on.
Explain
Well, I get outside of that little ring of light, and then I'm invisible, and then I just start going, sneaking down the hallway,
down the down the
down the
staircase.
staircase. Except I can even as I get near the bottom, I'll use the walls and kind of go up on the ceiling and
I
kind
need
of
you
sit
to
up.
give me a stealth
Here.
roll.
Okay, I think I just okay. So you were describing it.
Hold
Okay,
up,
all right.
hold up, because I gotta adjudicate this.
Yep. Adjudicate.
Adjudicate.
23.
Adjudicate.
Bill's recording.
I'm just shooting Dan though.
Adjumicate.
Just
You gotta
Dan.
adjumicate.
Well, it's
All right.
with the comedian where like he's going over the different, races and how their cuss words, and there's only one where it's just the same.
Everybody is from Illinois, but Dan lives in Philly.
Huh?
He's talking on. He's shooting video.
Hi, whoever you're shooting to. All right, I need everyone's help with this.
Yeah. I think I got it. Okay. I think I'm playing with player knowledge now. So I got it.
Roll me
What
37
are you
d20.
talking about?
Oh Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
37
Now,
d20s.
you know I'm invisible as well.
I know.
And sneaky. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I got you.
Alright,
You rolled
I got
a high
6 of them.
37 d20s for what?
See if they know.
I got 6
Alright.
of them.
Yeah.
Okay. I got 2.
4.
You need a natch.
Oh well, shit.
Those odds are.
There's 6 of them. Nope.
I got 4 of them.
10.
10. Let me do me great.
Where are you at, Steve? How many?
I just did 6.
Rakuda, give me. So
Okay,
that's
16.
16.
3 and a 5.
17. 18.
All yours again, John.
1.
No natches.
19, 20, 21.
And you've got
22,
6
23,
more.
24, 25, 26, 27.
28, 29.
28, 29.
One more, Bill.
2 more. 31.
7,
30, 31.
15.
All right, so you're up there, and this just like this is, and you're like, you see, so like these 4, you see. I'm gonna move our. You got 120 foot dark vision.
90.
90 foot dark vision.
I just want to be able to see and see where they're coming from. Because we haven't established the fact that
Where
there
are
seems
you
to be
right
more
now,
and more
Chris?
and more. So wherever the spiral staircase go out, I just
Over here.
Okay, so wherever that was, just literally come up the top of the
Come up
stair
top.
and go up.
All right, it's a flat ceiling.
But you said it was like 25 feet, so I
Right,
go up to like the
so you
corner
go up
of
to the
this.
corner.
You just sit there.
Okay.
Just watch.
You can't tell with your 90 foot dark vision where it is because there's just too much commotion. However,
But like, is it stuff moving this way, stuff coming this way, stuff
you can't
moving
tell.
this
It's too much of a crazy,
It's all just
Okay.
kind of chaotic
Okay.
ebb and flow.
way? Okay.
One of however, you're like as you're looking, all of a sudden, you hear a poof, and you're like, what the hell was? And a cloud of this. You can only tell it's like blackness. Just comes flowing up towards you.
I'll move.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
DC 26. What?
This might be hard. 15.
You're fine, but this cloud just like you're like you hold your breath. And it's everything that yeah, exactly. You're like your eyes start watering, but the worst thing is that all of the movement, once that happens, stops. And you see everything start to focus
And the guy.
and turn up. Searching.
I make myself really small.
All of us upstairs, as we're hearing this, we're hearing like now it's kind of a cacophony almost. It's like and all of a sudden it becomes deadly fucking silent.
Oh.
And we know Chris is down there. Or Theron, we know Theron is down
I
there.
don't. My eyes are closed and I'm following my arcane eye.
Okay? And then like everyone kind of like looking at each other like,
Uh-oh.
what?
I'd
I'm
like to call him before
I'm
this-
watching Imithor because I don't know what's going on, and I'm assuming he's gonna fill us in.
That's the calm
All
before
right,
the
so
storm.
so Chris, that's right. So you're standing up there, right? As far as you can tell, like none of like these creatures are looking up. They can clearly see in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and they're looking up and searching in some way. And as far as you can tell, like one is just staring at you. It's got its bead right on you. And you see it's doing this.
It's gonna lay out a big dodge.
It's doing that. As it's doing this,
I'm down. I'm looking down.
here you got this
yeah,
eye. You count 31
more.
more that have come up, and then eventually the eye travels. It's a distance.
Oh yeah, it's all. It's yeah.
So that's what you're counting. Eventually
Okay.
you'll count 31 as we're traveling the distance.
Do I? So I don't see any of these
No.
like split in two or gate in something else.
Nope.
All right, so I've made my knowledge like religion checks and all that, so I don't. Okay, so I don't know what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
No idea what they are.
and I haven't reached the end of the corridor yet either, have I?
No.
Okay. That's my goal. Is I want to find out what's at the end of the corridor.
Yeah. Theron. All right, this creature is still kind of like going, like it's trying to emit something from its body.
It's trying to recharge its gaseous weapon.
Right, and it's just kind of going, and you see the one right next to
So
it.
It's gonna
here-
shit
here's my
itself.
plan.
Yeah.
If something gaseous misreadily comes out, as soon as that is between it and me, like to obscure, I'm gonna move and hide.
Move and hide where?
Another spot in the dark ceiling.
Okay. Show me where you're at, and show me where you're going to move. Because
Well,
what has
approximately.
happened is,
Wherever you said.
What
those
had happened
stairs.
what had
was
happened was, all right. So let's imagine that. Let's say this was the one that's staring at you.
Okay.
All right, but everything stopped. This one turns, and this one turns, and they all just kind of turn, and they start looking in the general direction that this one's looking at.
Okay.
And you see these, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of them, like this one's trying to hack something out, but it just seems like it can't right now. Like it's like, oh, it's
Okay.
trying to.
Then I cast rope trick and I go up there.
Okay,
Pull the rope.
you're like, up you go. All right, now so now that's an interdimensional space. You're
Yep.
gone. Okay, the creature
And I can still see out the bottom.
looks back down, and then kind of starts, and then the cacophony of wheezing and scratching and bestial, insanity picks back up.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm a Thor. You have now counted 31. Your eye has traveled all the way down. Okay? And it's come up to a grate, basically, on the outside of the inn. And it's kind of grated itself up, and it's come up to a ladder. Exactly. So you can, you see a ladder that leads up to something in the basement.
Alright, so I'll report, well, the tunnel goes all the way to the basement.
Yep. And
And
this,
the monsters go all the way to the ladder.
and
that
and
leads up
and
the
when
bridge.
when Imathor says this, Ben just kind of is like,
Loses his shit.
yeah, Ben is just like, we need to do something now. We need to get back to my inn.
I agree, I think it'd be a lot easier to fight him from that direction.
And looks
Why
to
are
Tulip
they
and
trying
says,
to get into the inn?
by not telling me this information, you've betrayed me. And Tulip says, my lord, I apologize. We never had need to use this. And Ben just kind of turns and says, I'm here for you. And he spins and he starts walking out. And he starts heading back to go.
we follow him.
Well,
You all
we're
do.
waiting for
Yes.
Theron.
I feel
I agree.
I feel like Theron knows how to get himself out of a tight spot.
Lose concentration on the arcane eye, and I will go with him to the. Well, I guess I could. I'll just put Ben. I will go with you.
We're totally gonna die. I was going to share a video on the Ooh, what's in that?
Nice.
This is what we do
Meat.
on Guys Weekend.
This is what we do.
Thank you.
Where'd this come from, Steve?
A deer.
A deer?
No, it had cheese inside.
It's got cheese inside?
Bambi's mother.
Female deer.
Yum, a drop of golden yum.
Millennials. He shot Bambi's mom.
Nice.
Hey, Bill.
I'm good. Do I sharpen them?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You have any particular way you sharpen them?
The right way.
Which is.
You know how I learned how to do this? Because I bought a $200 knife one day. And the guy showed me how to hone it the right way.
Yeah. Well, you can teach me that a little bit because I haven't taken any lessons.
Time for a little D&D knife sharpening, kids.
Yes. On the grill with Bill. 2.0.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Let me put this down. All right, Steve. Time to learn. You're going to set this down like this.
Oh.
Straight up and down.
Okay. And then
You're going to line up the knife to that. That's the angle. That's how you know.
All right.
What you're going to do as you're honing the knife is you're going to pull down like that. So I do more pressure. You're gonna do 10 times on each side, maintaining that. So you're pulling
Yeah.
down and out. And then you do the other side.
And I'm a Thor.
How to hone a knife, kids. Yep. So you're pulling towards you and down. Because you want the tip of the knife, you want the tip to be sharp.
What do you want?
The trick is, I never lost my count.
I need a drink from this. Does anyone else?
Hey, you know what's downstairs? Dragon's milk.
All right.
Before you fight the dragon?
Here's how I tell.
I'll bring one. No dragon's milk. People do that, I didn't know why.
All right, everybody, it's been real. Love you. Here's what I'm going to try to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, for the continuation of Gaming Weekend, I am going to set up an audio recorder so that those of you who really wants to know what happens in our world of Dungeons and Dragons will be able to, in fact, listen to the audio podcast. Thanks again for all of you, for all of your support. Make sure you like, subscribe, and spread the word about the content on the channel. Truly, 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 I appreciate all of you. And to those of you, you know who you are. Much love. We'll see you soon. Peace out, everybody. Yeah, if we all die in this next encounter, then maybe we'll play like a different role-playing game. Who knows? Maybe we'll play like Vampire or something else. But anyway, Mr. M, DoD Spec Ops, all you guys, Billy, thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.